today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, the Rams had their opportunity to break in this new stadium last Sunday night against the Cowboys. Now it's the Chargers' turn as you get a look at the brand new SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes Patrick Mahomes leading out the defending champions. And Patrick Mahomes, of course, the Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season now.
They often say you can't force situations. You just have to let them happen organically. And that's exactly what happened in Kansas City as Patrick Mahomes took over as the quarterback and has become the face of the franchise in the NFL as we now move into the 101st season. 4th year in the league, already has an MVP, a Super Bowl title, and a Super Bowl MVP on his resume. 3 huge games in the postseason last year, 10 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions, and 2 more on the ground. He just keeps getting better and better. Every time you watch him play, you want to see more.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
First, here's Washington. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good for a Kansas City.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The numbers for Hill a week ago. 4 catches, 61 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or 2. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Desmond King now to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
43-yard line.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. He'll get this to Eckler, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
40-yard line.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
23 more yards. That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Chiefs 7, Chargers 0.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kickoff for the Chargers.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The final pick in this year's 1st round. This is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mahomes firing complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and...
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 6 yards there. First down, Kansas City.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
They'll run on first down. It's Washington. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the
on 2nd and 9. Mahomes complete to Washington. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
That's good for a
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. This is caught. Watkins. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Tannehill. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Going deep here for Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. He completes it to Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill steps away to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The kickoff for the Chargers.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own.
Time for another look at Patrick Mahomes and the Super Bowl champs. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Ricky.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
On the coverage.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Washington. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims. The Charger drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made.
He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 77 yards. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they're going to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Good. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
He Seals Jones.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Washington.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Makes the score. Chargers 21.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're not...
After reviewing the play,
the fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I enjoy watching Keenan Allen play. Such passion, such drive, such physicality. 104 receptions last year, 1,199 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's made 3 straight Pro Bowl appearances, in addition to 3 straight seasons, over 1,100 yards receiving. I don't know how you rate him, but defensive players, they rate him awfully high.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
When Hunter Henry entered the league, people were really looking for him to establish himself as one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Ability to run and catch and make plays in open space. But the biggest obstacle he's had is just staying on the field. Ended up missing all of 2018 due to injury. When he's right, he is one of the better tight ends and better targets in the AFC West.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Loss of 7 yards.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
What a catch at the 6. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Eckler. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Well, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's Eckler again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. They complete it to him. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes firing complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. They're going deep for help. He's got him in. Complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
Well, that certainly made you think back to last year's Super Bowl because it was these two, Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. They connected on a play now.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Darrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's tackled.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
At the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
Now he'll spike it here with 20 seconds to go on the clock. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Chargers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.